Super progressive, what is good? We are finishing up strong. It is the last day, day 4 of Balance Croatia, and something about today just feels like a very family vibe. I think a lot of it is because the stage that I'm going to be hanging out at a lot is the Skyline stage. I mean, look, I'm representing. Skyline's been my home away from home in the UK, definitely the club I've not only been to most, but the club that has embraced me the most as well. Graham's not only been an amazing person to work with, and one of my best mates, so there's that aspect to it. And then there's the artists. When I think of people who have been so supportive of Super Progressive from day one, I think of Anthony Pappa, who was my second ever interview for the podcast. I think of Dave Seaman, who we've worked on so many projects together over the past 4 years, especially on his socials and stuff like that. Incredibly supportive. Howells, who of course did the Troubadour live Q&A with me, which was so freaking cool. He played our London event, the Super Progressive Day Party down in London. There's going to be Quivver there, who has also played. He played our first ever Super Progressive Day Party down in London. So with all that said, I'm just saying, so excited for tonight, because not only are these amazing artists, but they're just people who have been down with Super Progressive since day one. So we're gonna go hang out at the Skyline stage today. We're gonna be bopping around, obviously, but yeah, just so stoked to be ending the Balance Festival on this note. So let's go. Dave, how you doing, man?
I'm okay, man. I'm having a fantastic weekend.
Okay, you've been one of the pioneers of the scene, been here from the start, but this feels like it's the first time where there's an entire festival dedicated to this sound. It's no longer just maybe a side stage at a bigger thing. What does that mean, and can you feel a different vibe here because of that?
Yeah, I think everybody sees this as a bit of an historical event, really. I can't think of another event ever where almost everybody from the progressive scene has all been in one place at the same time. And it really is, the whole community's here, and so it really feels like a celebration of progressive house music and how well progressive is doing again, and how much back on the map it is, and we're on a real upward trajectory again, and yeah, it just feels it's a joyous weekend, and it's so lovely to see everybody. Everybody's in the best of moods, as quite rightly we should be.
Really excited to just a DJing question. I've seen you in clubs pretty much all the past 4 years. I've never seen you play on the festival stage. How, this is open air on the beach. How does that affect kind of your track selection and the idea of where you want to take things musically, and how it's maybe different from a club?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's small and intimate at the club, then you maybe not so, a festival generally you're playing bigger, and I read a book, David Byrne wrote a book about sound, music, and how music works, it was called, and there's a section in it about sound and how you tend to fill the room, however big that room is, the kind of music you play. If you're playing a smaller room, you can play more intimate sounding, more minimal sounding tracks, and it fits. If you're playing in a big festival, you can't really play those. It's you have to be more expansive, I think. And then open air, obviously the difference between day and night is definitely a thing, but I'm going to be playing night, so it's going to be dark. And that stage down there, that beach stage, is such a beautiful setting. I think you have to go with the flow a little bit. It depends, there's obviously lots of other DJs on. Danny's on before me, and Quivver's on before me, and Anthony after me. So you have to go with the flow a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be, like I said, it's a joyous celebration this weekend. So it's going to be, I'm going for the euphoric. That's where I'm going.
Last question. Is it extra special? It really feels like you and your crew, Danny, Quivver, Anthony, just her.
Yeah.
You guys, it's not like you're playing all over different stages at different times. You have your area. And I think it's a testament to your dedication to the scene and the community that you have built with Celador, with you, Radiotherapy, everything. But doing it with your longtime mates and DJs that you've worked with for so long make it extra special?
Of course, it's great to be with your best pals, really, and it feels like, you know, because it's the Skyline stage, but there's a lot of Celador artists, and we just did Celador at Skyline last week, as you know, and it does feel like, yeah, it's a community. I mean, as I mentioned before, it's the wider community, progressive, but it's nice to have our little small segment of that for tonight, and yeah, very much looking forward to it.
All right, go crush it on the boat, and I really appreciate your time.
Your pleasure, man, pleasure.
Here with 40 Cats.
Yeah, hello.
What's good? I personally loved your set. The crowd loved your set. How are you feeling?
It's, you know, that now I feel that I didn't realize that right now. So maybe I can realize it later when I see the videos or something. Yes, but you know that when I started to play, it was not really crowded on the scene, and then in the end of my set, it was full, totally full, and it was incredible energy and something. Yes, I doubt that I see someone or something, you know, because I was really concentrated on my set or something, and this energy, you know. But I really hope so. It was the best my job. Yeah, so terrific. Yeah.
One quick question. If you don't remember it, I just won't include it, but was there any specific track that went over really well that you were happy with the reaction?
I think the last track, it was my remix for Sunlancher and Zara. It was a track from my childhood, maybe, you know, that's from 2000s, and this track really special for me, and I decided to remix it recently, and I made it only for the Balance Festival. Yes, and I really want to finish it for the Balance Festival, and it was a big time, yeah, of my set.
Amazing. Well, I just see how much work you put in. You deserve it, and I'm so happy it went well for you. So,
thank you so much.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi Will, Graziano Raffa here from Italy, in beautiful Croatia, enjoying Balance Festival, and happy to see you again for some more chatting. Always good to chat with you.
Thank you, bro. Such a special thing for our entire community to come together at one festival. Normally, as we've seen at ADE, other big festivals are this huge thing where our community has a little corner of it, a little side.
Yeah.
This is all for us. It's awesome. But what do you think the message is, like, for this community? You know, we're on the last day of the festival. What do you think, like, you've experienced it? What's the message?
The message of unity that you're mentioning is something really important that is passing by all this experience. The unity between the DJs, like everybody supporting each other, Nobody's, being concerned about, oh, I play at 10, so I need to be there like just 10 minutes before. Everybody wants to be here very early, supporting all the friends, the crowd coming from anywhere, and, staying on the dance floor like a family. And that's the magic of it. And as you mentioned, the difference with other experiences, like, for example, AD, is that here it's all concentrated in the same spot and with a great surrounding, like the landscape and the nature is really outstanding. So it gives a special meaning to all this festival. And also, as we were commenting before, I think it's really important what the guys have been doing, Tom and all the Balance team, in terms of arranging the lineups and everything, because they are giving this message that the music is, it's very important actually to, give this message. The music is like a rainbow. And imagine like a rainbow with just one color. It would be nice, but a bit boring. Instead here we had the progressive house as, the main thing. But in fact, there was also drum and bass or breakbeat and maybe more house stuff. We played with Danny today on the boat and it went down pretty housey. And I think it's really important because we are giving people an experience that has different shades. And, it's richer, it's a richer experience. And as we mentioned, it's like, you go to a museum, you just see one artist. And, despite he's a great artist, but it's way better when you go and see many arts, different insights. Your creativity flows in a different way. You come out of the museum with, your soul is enhanced by the experience. And I think this is the best thing that is happening here tonight. And well, in the last 3 days.
My name is Gai Barone and I'm come from Italy. Where are you?
My turn?
Yeah.
My name's Kasey Taylor and I am from Melbourne, Australia.
Amazing. Okay, for me, being front row in
Like
that
that.
set, you guys absolutely smashed it, but
Oh.
I want to hear how you guys are feeling because that must have been something else. The one thing I'll say is, my favorite thing about this festival has been seeing how all the DJs have been supporting each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm standing there in the front next, you got Jamie Stevens on one side of me, like Luke Chable, Danny Benici on the other side.
Yeah.
Everyone's supporting each other.
Yeah.
The entire time. So how does it feel for you up there to finish your set and just see that?
Yeah, okay.
You want to go first?
Yeah. Okay, I can do first. I mean, that was something that I never experienced before. I mean, seeing DJs that at the same time are kind of legends for me, and then I play. I mean, I can see a sort of a track list on the dance floor today, and it was freaking amazing. I mean, I never expected, because you... Okay, sorry. Okay. It was something unbelievable. I mean, and at the same time, I gotta say that we are doing something special, and I was really enjoying in that moment. That sometimes you think about it later and say, how was your set? It was good. I mean, what I want to say that I was enjoying in that moment during the set itself. So I felt that magic where we were playing together, and it was something that probably never happened to me before. It was something.
Look, I guess my version of it is obviously I share similarities with Gai. Like to have, we have events like ADE where a lot of DJs do support each other there. As we've seen, like with our showcase and other showcases,
For Meanwhile Showcase.
exactly like our own showcase, but like you're always traveling from venue to venue to venue to venue, and there's always like competition. Whereas this one is like a collaborative event in the one intimate space where everyone is in the one space, where no one has to travel around to, you just have to go to the 3 stages and that's it. And that's the special thing about this one, because everyone is here, and it's very easy to support each other more because we don't have to travel to another venue. So I think it's even more special than ADE in some aspects, because like it's just so easy to support everyone, and yeah, it is very similar to that. Like, as we're a family in Australia, and I'm working with people like Gai, and we're all family. There's no competition, there's no arrogance, it's just a complete, we're all happy for each other's success, and that's probably the main thing. And then you can obviously feel that connection out in the crowd with all of our peers and our friends and everything, like all supporting each other, because we've been doing that for each other all weekend. Yeah. And that's just the way it should be, like it's about respect,
That's the only way,
and it's the only way that this scene grows, because like doing things alone these days, with the way social media's changed and the way the industry's changed and everything, I think it's a lot harder to do it alone now. I think you need to do things like team up with people that you work really well with, and do showcases like we do with Meanwhile Vapor and Sudbeak Showcase and Lost and Found, and like things like that. I think collaborative events now are more important to the scene, and it helps a lot more than just trying to do it individually like we used to. That's probably the one thing I can say. And like for the experience out there tonight, like as this is like it feels like a family gathering.
Absolutely.
More than anything, and just it's just a celebration of our music, a complete, like ADE is that as well, but I just feel this one's even
Aggressive is like a small stage.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the ultimate.
Actually, we have to kind of live together in one beautiful city, but with so many different identities, and sometimes almost they're kind of clashing together. Here I can find the same identity, the same direction, and the same path, and we are kind of sharing on this, and this is such an amazing thing. I never experienced something like that. It's something crazy, amazing.
And the only last thing I'm going to add is expect more from us.
Absolutely.
I love working with this guy. It's super simple. He's a legend. You're actually doing fantastic things for the scene, so don't count yourself out of this as well. The exposure that you give everyone through your platform is worth its weight in gold as well. Like just everyone's contributing, and that's the main thing, and that's the only way it moves forward. So thank you, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And a very special, and I cannot go without saying this, very special thank you to Tom, Balance,
Absolutely.
Walter, Z, everyone, all the crew behind the scenes. To be able to pull this off has been incredible. And he put his balls on the line for this, I know that. And he got the rewards that he absolutely deserves. And that's, I'm just going to finish on that.
So true. Absolutely. So true.
Hi, I'm Sinca and I'm from Montreal, Canada.
Amazing. And so you have your set today. We were hanging out yesterday. What do you think of this festival, and how awesome is it to have not just one stage at another festival, but an entire festival dedicated to our sound?
It's amazing, it's unique, it's so special to look at a lineup and wanting to see everyone, which is amazing, but a struggle also because you need to, move from one stage to another, but everything is so close together and everyone is on the same page. And I feel like everyone is so music educated, which is also very unique and amazing.
Hey, it's Steve Parry here from Celador Sessions. Steve, can you introduce yourself and say where you're coming from?
Hi, it's Steve Parry from Liverpool, coming over to Balance Croatia. I was going to say my first time. It's everyone's first time, but epic.
Epic. Okay, you've been in this scene as long as anyone, doing every role imaginable.
Yes.
What does a festival like this mean for the progressive community?
Yeah, well, do you know what? A few years ago, I couldn't have seen anything like this working, whereas now, I think there seems to be a resurgence of the scene where it seems to be coming back. I think people's perceptions of music are changing and people are looking for something new, as well as a lot of the older crowd still loving it, and a lot of the DJs who used to DJ and produce years ago all coming back, and I feel like it seems to be a melting pot all at once, and it's amazing for the scene. My social media, I flicked through it today and it was Balance Festival, Balance Festival, Balance Festival, Balance Festival, and I wasn't even searching for it, it was just coming up, and especially with like Instagram and people, you can now share posts. Phenomenal. I think it's just going to be epic.
Your label,
Yes.
Celador. One, it's coming, it just celebrated its 200th release.
Yes.
But it's so, it's built such a strong connection with Skyline.
Yes.
And it's more or less the label that is closing down this festival with their performance of the stage.
Absolutely.
You've put in so much hard work into this. What's it like to see it being celebrated?
Yeah, it's funny. It's great because we did the boat party today. It was brilliant, just there and Dave. And then, it's a full-on unintentional Celador lineup. Dave, Pappa, Quivver, and Danny. It's brilliant. It's all label sound showcased across a lot of the DJs who do it so very well. And I'll be dancing behind them. I'm dancing in the crowd, living my best life. So it's good.
Hey, you're the man, Steve. Thanks so much for all the support.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.
It's awesome that you're
And
here.
back to you. Thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm Anthony Pappa. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm at the Skyline B stage at the Croatia Balance Festival.
Okay, you are playing the last set
Yes.
of the entire festival.
back to back with Dave Seaman and Quivver. But yes, I will be in that,
You've been here all week. How does it feel to be closing out the whole thing?
It's a bit of an honour and a privilege, and I feel I feel like it's kind of in my own way rightful that an Australian Melbourne DJ would be part of that closing ceremony. I mean, there's so many amazing DJs here, and any one of us could have done that slot, but I'm really pleased that it's me, and I'm sharing it with my good friends Dave Seaman, Quivver, Skyline. We're like a family. I know you're a big part of that too. It's just amazing. It really is.
So, what's it like? You've been DJing with these guys pretty much all your life, your career. You were a teenager getting into this. Is it just crazy 30 years later to be closing out like Balance Croatia with not only with your best mates?
I've got to pinch myself. I feel so lucky that I'm still able to do what I love at this age after all these years. And this festival, as great as it is, it's a celebration of people from around the world that supported us over all of those years. The true progressive music lovers, the best of the best, all the South Americans, Australians, Europeans, Americans, everyone's here, all the DJs are here. It doesn't get any better. Yeah.
Last question. I think your signature, what I think, people consider you one of the greatest technical DJs of all time, right? My question is, going back to back to back, is it a whole different style of DJing for you, or do you still just go and do the same thing that you always do?
I'm only in control of what I can do when I've got control of the next. So I always do my thing. What I'm going to do depends on where, it's back to back, so you can't plan that. It's going to be feeling the vibe, the moment, what's played before you, and jumping on and finding the right track to play. But I'll do that in my way, the way I do it.
And you do have good chemistry with Dave.
Yeah, we're like that. And also Quivver, to be honest, yeah. We've all got great friendships, great history for many, many years, so yeah, it's awesome.
I'm Graham from Skyline in Glasgow.
All right, Skyline stage is closing down Balance Festival at the beach. It is going off there right now. There was one set this entire festival where I just parked myself on the dance floor. Didn't do any filming or anything. Danny Howells. The most capped Skyline DJ. Literally, like my favorite DJ.
Yeah.
Total legend.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
The entire stage is going crazy.
Yeah.
What's it like for Skyline to be hosting the stage that is closing down Balance Croatia?
It's wildest dreams. Like, as anyone that's ever heard or spoken to me before just knows, I'm a fan. I'm not a promoter. I see myself as a fan, and I'm living my best life. And having that stage and watching Nicholas Rada, Alex Orion, Danny Howells, Quivver's on right now, then Dave Seaman, then Anthony Pappa. It's like you're standing there watching the dance floor by the Adriatic Sea with the ships. It's absolutely mind-boggling. So this has been the best 4 days of my life.
I'm going to talk a little bit about the strength of the Skyline brand and spirit, because Skyline is a 250-person party in Glasgow. I'd say even for hundreds and hundreds, maybe even 1,000 people out there, there's still a Skyline energy in the crowd. It's pretty sick.
We're Scottish, we're a little bit wild and crazy. I think anyone that's been to the party says the same thing. And again, like a lot of the DJs, they always are quoted when you interview them yourself as saying the energy at Skyline is a different level. Scottish people, we like a party, we've got a lot of energy, and I'm just absolutely mind blown by the fact that they all want to play this 250 capacity bar and a rooftop in a hotel in Glasgow. It's mind blowing.
Well, thank you, Graham, and congratulations.
No, thank you.
'Cause,
thank
yeah,
you.
You're doing. Give me knuckles, bro. No, you. Okay, 1 second.
Is that bad?
For those who don't know, this guy has been essential for me as super progressive in the UK. Like, I moved over from New Jersey, and this guy like literally extended his arms to me and made his club his freaking Skyline. It's like home away from home for me. I met so many new friends. I feel a part of the family, so thank you,
Well,
bro.
you're part of the family.
No, I really, and you gave me so many opportunities.
And you absolutely rocked it.
My first, UK set, my first headlining set ever, and I just want to say thank you, bro. You're the man.
This guy, oh, you finished.
No, you're good. Keep going.
This guy underestimates his ability. He's one of the good guys.
Thank you, bro. Super progressive. That marks the end of day 4 of Balance Croatia, which means that the first ever Balance Croatia festival is officially over. Now, it was absolutely amazing to go and see some of my favorite DJs, play amazing music. You saw the footage, you saw how insane it was. It was amazing to meet some of my favorite producers, but the best part by a mile was just meeting all of the clubbers on the dance floor. So much of super progressive happens online, on social media, in DMs. But to meet some of you, the clubbers, who we've been some of us have been talking for almost 4 years now, in DMs, and you guys are so amazing. You share so many amazing stories with me, share so many amazing videos and photos from back in the day, and you teach me so much stuff about what this music and what this club culture is all about. So to be able to meet you face to face has just been really the best part about all of this for me. That being said, it's been such a grind, but it's also been like the best weekend of my life, essentially. My schedule is this, every day I would be at the festival at around 3 p.m. Work, it's a lot of fun. It's still a lot of work, though, out on the festival grounds, doing all these interviews, getting all the gig footage. So work until 6 a.m. 4 nights in a row. So yeah, we would leave the festival at 6 a.m. We would get to our hotel at around 7. From about 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., I would edit all the footage that we got into these recap videos, sleep until about, 1 p.m., try and get 3 hours of sleep, wake up, shower, pack my gear up, post the recap video, and do it all again, 4 straight days. I thought I was gonna be dead by the end of this, but each day I woke up more and more energized just because of how positive people were about the work that I was doing, and it seemed like everyone really enjoyed it, and it just motivated me so much. So with that, the last thing I want to do is just give a huge thank you to Tom at Balance, because without him none of this would be possible, and before anyone had any idea about how amazing this would be, he invited me to be a part of it, and I'm super grateful to him. Got to give a huge thank you to Walter. Sorry, there's a scooter right here. Huge thank you to Walter, who was doing so much work behind the scenes for the festival, helped me out so much along the way. And yeah, the last people I want to thank is obviously all of you for watching, because yeah, your support makes this project like the most fun thing of all time. So over the next few weeks, I'll be posting all the extended interviews, the extended clips. But for now, I am signing off from Balance Croatia. Let's go.